if you are able to Remnants all that damage down. And then obviously you have the cannon. If you have an enemy team composition that wants to dive into you, you're not relying on a flank. You can just have a zoning cannon ultimate or just
has the Oracle sticking away. Husha waiting in the wings, not yet level 6. Liang dives forward. There's a slicing mash from TP coming in as the Shadow Assault is being used. And Liang is dead before anyone can respond. Maoan with the TP coming in, Swell Seed used. There's the Fate, Tempered Fate. And we'll be able to get a kill off the back of it. Twitch chat reputation lives to fight another day.
No flash on Liang just yet, remember that, and Crazy has ultimate.
Flawless Duet coming out, there's a slicing maelstrom for the stun. The Flawless Duet second proc will be way too late. Mojito! So sleeps on man one there, eats the bubble. It's like, okay, well, I'll just go back to my soul and I will be fine. And they look for the trade, stolen away. There's the Swell Seed going out as well with the lilting lullaby. And Mojito has his camps. That's why they could have developed has kind of dematerialized.
You're completely right, Medic. It was such a nice job by Beyond Gaming by stealing that away because I want to.
Although Doggo has been put behind a little bit, he's about 200 gold behind in the bottom lane, he can still be really strong as the game goes on. There's actually a fight going on in the top lane. It's crazy. Just
like that haven't been the case, and a lot of supports have been out-roamed. But speaking of bot lane,
I like that cleanse here. He can just cleanse that one out. Kino's going to get turned back on. The Solar Flare only gets the slow as they turn back onto Kino here. And with Glacial Fisher, he's going to have to try and flash away. 150 HP on him. Flash forward, exhaust, stun once again. They try and root up alive, but the Unbreakable from Zergsting keeps Doggo at bay. Killer instinct, one more auto is enough. Husha coming in from the side as well as the concussive blows will proc onto Doggo. Mojito's here to join the fray. Lilting Lullaby available for Husha. He will put alive to sleep and then make him not alive anymore. Mojito
off Crazy. But with Rift Herald spawning in just a moment, there could be more skirmishes to arise.
They're looking for alive, no flash, no cleanse, no way out of this one. Solar Flare finds his mark and Kino will take the kill. Zergsting next on the menu as Maoan will join the fray. Want to give this one over to Doggo if you can. Doggo takes it 2-0-2 now on the Kai'Sa.
And just like that, this game feels very Beyond Gaming favored. We were talking about how pivotal the early game was from both teams here, but Beyond, one of these teams that would be willing to outperform them in team fights later just because you have Doggo.
Bot wave, but Beyond will be very happy with this state of affairs. You can crack top lane tier 1, you can crack mid lane tier 1, and it just opens up the map so much more.
Mid lane is already cracked, and that's the big thing, because now you get to push in mid lane. That has a response. You can see Balulu has to be there and be that response. With the priority, they can move Kino up towards the top side and try to fight for this tier 2 with the Rift Herald, and honestly speaking, I think they should just be able to get it.
It's a lot of gold that would go over to Beyond if they can. Balulu there misses the Sleepy Trouble bubble. Tower not quite falling, respecting the fact that Crazy has the slicing maelstrom, and in the end it will go down. Balulu once again poking with the paddle staff happen here in the mid lane.
They have time to do this. They're waiting for the lanes to be pushed in and then they can collect them afterwards, but so far they are actually not responding, and because of this, Maoan's just able to accelerate that pressure down in the bot side that you were talking about.
A step above everyone else in this region. I think people over-expect it from Beyond as they look for a fight in the mid lane. Solar Flare coming out, Alive's able to dodge away. TP's now used by both teams. There's a flank here for Beyond, but already Kino's dead and the slicing maelstrom will rip them asunder! Vanguard's Edge does nothing. Lian immediately exhausted. Maoan trying to trade in here, but he will be shut down by Mojito. And Galatasaray seemingly out of nowhere.
Questionable plays, really.
Just a call that shouldn't have been made there by Beyond. And Galatasaray very happy
these two lanes because they can afford themselves to do this. Maoan is pushing the bot lane. It's going to take ages before he reaches a tower, and because of this, they get time to play around with. They get time to be proactive.
Shadow Assault onto Liang. He's going to use the Vanguard's Edge and try and dive back onto Mojito, who is dead. Liang in the 2v1 manages to get away until Balulu flashes for the final order, but now Beyond know they have a man advantage in the mid lane. They know there were 3 players from Galatasaray on the top side of the map, and they've been outmoved here. This is a tier 2 falling in the mid lane. Beyond can now back away and get vision around the Baron as well.
Yeah, completely.
Of this war zone, Beyond in that bush, just trying to hide, trying to keep Galatasaray guessing as to where they could be. Husha still there, Liang back, but look at the damage from Balulu and the fight again to the Ocean Drake is secured. TP's coming in, and Beyond, you have to take this fight right now, because otherwise you're just going to lose to the Ocean Drake. Flawless Duet coming out, slicing maelstrom used as well. Doggo diving into the back line, and there's the damage. Maoan takes one. Liang's able to get a kill off towards the back, as well as Husha tries to dive onto Alive. Balulu Zergsting and Alive, retreating, stepping back, walking away from Beyond right now, but Husha still on the chase. No lilting lullaby, but he gets the slow with the Swell Seed. Kino doesn't have flash. He will go in for it. There's a Flawless Duet, but there's stopwatch from Balulu will keep him alive. He manages to get a 1-for-1. Alive and Zergsting now backing away. Will they try and contest at this Baron?
They're going to go for it. There's still 20 seconds on towards the solo laners of Crazy here. He does have that teleport with this Baron. It is going down fast. It is Doggo, so they need to neutralize him. Cleanse have been issued.
Cleanse away from the wind, spike to the slow. That's the Baron low. Husha, no smite, no smite, no smite. Alive, alive, but not for very long. Shutdown comes in. Husha keeps the Baron aggroed, and Beyond play that about as well as they could. They take the Baron and they take it in his third time representing Turkey at an international competition. Balulu continues to show just why he has been at the top of this region so many times before. In the back of the pit, and Balulu's going to continue to put the paddle stars out. Didn't jump across the wall. Here goes Mojito. Shadow Assault in. Glacial Fisher used as well to Dragon Reset. They got it! Oh, Balulu! You absolute 11,000 HP on that Baron. Zergson's going to face check into Kino. They don't have vision on this. Well, Seed goes wide. That Baron's gone before they can even get that Solar Flare coming out as well. And perhaps Beyond will look to take this fight. Bait sealed into the sleep. Into Doggo diving into the backline. Balulu flushes away. Doggo goes godlike. Crazy retreating from this as well. And Galatasaray will just want to save every man they can. Zergson trying to trade onto Kino here. A couple of auto attacks would have been enough with that Elder buff. Ticking, ticking, ticking. Kino will manage to survive. Doggo almost eats a paddle star. Crazy goes in. Slicing Mushroom. This is a perfect decision here from Galatasaray because they know they can get Doggo caught out. Shadow Assault across the wall, and there's the shutdown. Now the AD carry's dead. Mojito still diving forward. Oh! Give this man a gold medal, TCL, because he's putting you on his back this game. Balulu slept on the backline with the looting lullaby. It's a double sleep coming out, but Crazy can just put the damage down by himself. Kino's down, shut down. In the end, Liang's going to try and dive back in, but Balulu, the paddling, he's just slapping them around right now. Liang goes to sleep. The stopwatch is popped. The GA goes down. And Balulu, he is not done.
In the heat of controversy, he doesn't miss. In the heat of battle, he doesn't miss. And Balulu for Galatasaray is the man of the hour, keeping them alive. He stole the Elder Drake. He keeps finding these paddle stars for them in these fights. And together with Crazy, the solo laners once again are keeping their hopes alive of taking the first game in this best of 5 series.
It's the poke coming out from this Zoe that just constantly changes this landscape of fights in favor of Galatasaray. They are 5,000 gold behind. They've been 5,000 gold behind for the longest time, and I just want to
be the one forcing the fight. But Kino, he's alone in the front line now.
Husha, smite, no flash. They do see the Elder, 6,000 HP on it. Husha with the Swell Seed, alive, dodges away. TP coming into the mid lane. That's Liang going to try and join this fight, but that's 4,000 HP already on the Dragon. You can see Galatasaray are looking for it. It's taken. Alive will secure it, and now the Elder Drake means that Beyond have to run for the hills. They have to run for their lives because already one of them has died. Husha down. Liang puts the Vanguard's edge out, has to flash the wall, but Mojito's on the chase. Doesn't have the Shadow Assault, but can still force himself forward here. Liang falls asleep, and that Guardian Angel's more like a Guardian Devil because Galatasaray very willing to take you as soon as you die after it. Now, 19 kills to 19. Galatasaray will force themselves down this mid lane.
And Beyond Gaming, you can't forfeit an objective like that. Once you've started it, you have to flip it. If you don't flip it, then the enemy will just take it. And that's exactly what happens. So now, still the Ocean Soul, the second Elder Drake, and Balulu now with a flash in hand to execute anyone with a single paddle star.
Got to give credit to Mojito and to Galatasaray as a team. There were a few fights around these objectives where they were behind, but they secured the Soul, they secured the first Elder, they secured the second Elder, and they continue just to push forward here. The Nexus Towers are the targets here, and they will fall. Galatasaray from behind strike first against Beyond.
And this is the adaptation we want for both teams here. They that extra lane priority that we just saw that Galatasaray had with their own bot lane. So they're flipping the table a bit here.
Expectations are that Beyond will have the push in the bottom lane with that Lucian Braum. Of course, Doggo.
Priority in top, priority in mid. I get to invade the opponent who didn't skip his camp. Super nice pathing for Husha in the early game. And you know what? We're not done in the bottom lane either. Because they are coming in alive. Yeah, doesn't have any someone as well, just dead.
This is the pressure that you can put on with Lucian Braum, really, though. And then another stun's going to come out to Zergsson. Crazy's joining the fight as Doggo tries to flange away. Exhaust goes down onto him. 1-for-1 trade, and everyone now is down here as a party in the bottom lane. I should have brought balloons. Balloon is going to force Mawan away, but he flashes forward. And with the overload, will secure the kill. Crazy next on the menu. Galatasaray able to walk away, wounded, limping Kino. That's a lot of minions. Should have stand beside me. Now for Beyond and looking for Crazy on the top lane. No flash. Hasn't had it all game. Still doesn't have it, Gorborg. No exhaust on him either. And no TP. Crazy lives up to his name by overextending a little bit. Liang should be able to secure this. Misses the shock blast, and Husha will dive in. For the Galatasarays, can they do what Beyond were able to do in the last game and actually mitigate some of this early bleeding? Because right now Alive is caught out once again. Galatasaray started up the Cloud Drake, and because of it, they lose 2 kills. They have to get out of there. They lose the Drake. It's 5 kills to 1 in favor of Beyond, a 2,000 gold lead and the first objective.
Super nice from Beyond here. I was talking about having to give up the Drake, but you know what? Don't care about that. Pick up the kills. Get the objective for yourself. You have a gold lead. You have the first objective. Rift Herald spawns in 1 minute and 30 seconds, and by then you can look to equalize even more. You know what? He's not even done forcing flashes off Mojito.
And this is where Husha is just so good. Roundwalk coming in as well as Mawan looks to try and catch out that Lee Sin's going to chase forward. Mawan, overload? Okay, yeah, they want to continue pushing in. The Turkish representatives want a little bit more of the action. Unbreakable going out. That's a great bullet time's going to rip through them. Liang has to flash away, but he's already killed off Mojito. And Galatasaray just unwilling to give up an objective, continue to push in. The needle work goes wide with his jungler and try and make some forays into the enemy jungle. But with the exhaust down here onto Liang, needle work connecting. Snip, 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 snip. Destiny comes in. There's the gold card locked. And Balulu will kill.
You're losing out on the mid lane. Marwan can now move down, and now you can accelerate the pressure.
2 TPs available here, and there's the Rumble going in behind them as well. These TPs could turn this game as Marwan caught out off towards the top side. Balulu pops the stopwatch. Marwan's already dead. Balulu's still surviving for the moment, but now he has been killed off. Crazy joins the fray. 4v4 on the bottom.
Continue their siege on the bottom tier turret, so they're still losing out. They're losing a bit of minion waves in the mid lane, but all in all, you're super happy about this exchange.
Beyond continue just to top this map. They're looking for something down towards this bottom lane, but while all of this is happening, Doggo is going to get plate after plate after plate off that top side. Sun's coming in. There's the gold card as well. Husha, crescent guard away. Mojito caught underneath the tower. Zergsting will fall. Balulu stepping past the tower as well. Liang flashes in. There's the exhaust. Balulu's going to get caught out by Kino. Dodges the Fisher. Superb sidestep by him. Alive's now going to flash away. Crazy joins the fight as well off towards the top side. Husha and Mawan. Kino should be able to jump
the map. Is clearing away the waves. Is getting solo experience for himself. Is getting a turret for himself. You can tell in your inventory, ready to deploy to not really get a turret, but to get some pressure here. But speaking of pressure, I think this might lead to a fight in the mid lane.
No solo flare for Zergsting. Doesn't land the Zenith Blade either. Kino's almost down. Zergsting ticking away. Will just survive. Spoke too soon. Liang with a long-range shot blast will find that kill. And now Beyond with a man advantage and 30 seconds on that Ocean Drake, their third dragon of the game. Can just push in, get the mid-prio, work their way around. The culling once again from Doggo. He's taking up tower shots for this. He doesn't really care as long as he's putting the damage down himself. Circumstances may just be the difference in this series where they're looking to find a pick and take a team fight right now. They are 5,000 gold behind. A great kick from Mojito into the solo play, but it only gets the slow. Zergsting up to the top side of the fight as Beyond have separated Galatasaray across the map. Sun card coming out, but Mawan's already killed off Zergsting. Kino now on the front line. Winter's bite into the unbreakable bullet time available here for Galatasaray. They want to look for it. Balulu going in. Stun card locked once again. Mawan stepping forward. Look at how low Beyond are. The roots coming out. Balulu caught up. Mojito kills one. Balulu stepping back, but already Alive is down before he can even pop the bullet time. And perhaps that spells the demise of Galatasaray's hopes. Mojito tried to heal up with a gold trigger, but he didn't have it, and Doggo now turns it around. Balulu's down. It's double for Doggo. And Crazy is sent packing.
Beyond played so well around the race of Galatasaray, and also the fact that they were split up on 2 sides of that Drake pit. So they've really juggled the balance quite nicely in between them. They pick up the kills, they pick up the priority, and with this they should be able to pick up the Drake. Husha, he does have smite, and there we go. 18 minutes into the game.
Maybe I can see what he's trying to do, but didn't quite work out for them. We have to try and make some plays. Alive. Almost caught out here by Doggo. Doggo's actually going to dive. He went too deep. Bullet time ripping through Beyond, but not really doing as much damage as you'd like. Kino knocked back as well. And that dive was diabolically bad. Beyond just doing something absolutely absurd there. Doggo diving way too deep. Red Tower's going to charge in the bottom lane here as well. Remember, the Baron's on the cards. Doggo is dead. All of that gold went over to Alive. And Galatasaray actually have the option here. Do you continue to push in this? You get tower in the bot lane, you get tower in the mid lane, or do you turn over to the Baron? They decide against the Baron for the moment. Red Tower continues to do the damage, but this could be 2 tier 2s for Galatasaray.
You want to watch out. They're still TP up from the Jays and take the pace themselves, but they did come back from a mid-game deficit last game and looking to do it again, but Beyond Gaming not really letting them with the minion waves now colliding onto the turret.
A minute before the Ocean Soul. Solar Flare going out once again. Doggo has a stopwatch. The bullet time comes through. Balulu with a stun card as well on towards the backline. They're looking for the damage, but Zergsting's already down. Balulu has to flash away. Kino low as well. Balulu continues to step in. Kino ticking, but won't be down. Stun card once again. Alive and Crazy can step forward. So far, a 2-for-1 in favor of Beyond, but Balulu, Crazy, and Alive do have the option here to step into the Beyond spaces, and you can see actually Galatasaray, but with the Dragon started up. Mojito actually going to be out of vision here. Everfrost used by Mauan. Mojito, they don't know he's there. The Unseemly is the deadliest now. He clears away the faster alteration than the Dragon. Left alone by Beyond. Mojito's just going to tank it up. Safeguard coming out as well. Bullet time, about a quarter of its cooldown left before Galatasaray will have that option. Balulu on the flank. They're looking for Doggo. He does have a cleanse though. There's the Solar Flare. Doggo able to dodge to the back of it. Crescent Guard used by Husha. Doggo fighting down towards the bottom side. Carlin comes out and Balulu has been killed. Now I'm going down as well, but now alive. What damage can you do? Doesn't still have the bullet time. Husha's down. It's shut down. And now the fight continues. Crazy. Forcing Mauan and Kino back. Doggo low. Mojito goes in, gets one. Doggo's going to try and kill him across the wall. Dragon secured. Realm Warp coming out from Mauan will escape. 2 for 2 so far, but Galatasaray were able to take the ocean. Does Doggo step forward? Crazy, you could turn this one. That he survived. Gwen pushing in the bottom lane. Crazy with that TP. It's actually in a good position. Realm Warp used away here. Mojito looking for the flank. 4v4 right now on the bottom side, but Crazy is able to take a tower. Team has 5,000 gold. You have 100% more gold than the enemy team. However, if it's even, then it's even as the Solar Flare goes out. They look for Doggo. Zerxing force back. Mojito with a kick onto Doggo, but he's going to flash across the wall, and there really wasn't any follow-up for him. Mojito trying to trade onto Doggo. He is down with bullet time! Dodge this, says Alive as he takes down a double. And Beyond Gaming were hoping they could channel that in a Neo, but they got taken out. Husha now trading with the Crescent Guard. Crazy a little bit too deep. Alive flashing forward. Look at the damage on Doggo, but he doesn't have enough to kill him off. He will still kill off Husha. And now Lulu away down towards the bottom side, and Beyond do have the priority push into this. Solar Flare doesn't really do too much. How low Alive is. Balulu flanking. Alive down. Shut down. The flash. Crazy working his way up towards the top side just to try and clear that wave. Destiny used by Balulu to get out. Kino flashed across the wall there. There's no Destiny for the vision. Mojito's going to try and get behind them. Maybe a Sonic Wave steal. We saw Galatasaray able to steal them last game. Can they do it once again? He's on vision. Doggo dives across. Baron has been stopped. Kino stepping forward. The Guardian procced. Here comes Alive. Bullet time available. And actually, I think this is wise decision-making from Beyond. They either had to commit to it completely before Alive got there, or they had to back away. They decide the latter is the option, but they don't have vision in the pit.
This is bad. This is very bad. They check it one time with Illusion, Ardent Blaze, and then they just forfeited. Husha is still around.
Yeah, checks it now with Wind Becomes Lightning, but they've already had Kino reset. They don't have vision. Crazy standing off towards the side. 3,000 HP now on the Baron, and Galatasaray pulled off the heights of the century. They're flipping it right now, but they turn around, and with the bullet time, Mauan steps right into his demise. Husha down towards the back of the pit. You can see how Galatasaray de-aggroed the Baron. They stopped doing it. Husha's going to try and go in. Doggo could dive in as well if they want to try and take it. Oh, it's taken out, and Mojito's the one who gets it. Beyond have to retreat. To Mojito, his first international competition. And alongside the rest of Galatasaray, he has been so on point with these smites constantly.
Also, before we came into today, we were talking about how Beyond Gaming in the late game, you know, finally getting to play as well, or just Balulu with a Destiny to come through.
Crazy on the flank. Galatasaray looking for the team fight, and here we go. Kino stunned up. Look at the damage already onto that support. Sonic Wave hits a minion, the cannon getting in the way of Mojito, but the chase is on, and here we go. Zerxing in, the bullet time coming out as well, but it's immediately cancelled by the Glacial Fissure. Husha has to block the Crescent Guard. Realm Warp used onto him. Flashes, manages to get away. Zerxing low, caught out with the Spell Flux. What an escape.
Great escape, and this is going down fast, Medic.
4,000 on it. Galatasaray looking for it. Husha, can you steal it? Can you get it? No, it's secured by Alive. Now Galatasaray should be able to turn this team fight in with a heartbeat. Stopwatch is coming out Alive, trying to keep himself alive. Balulu doing the damage from the side as well. Beyond trying to win this one out. Doggo doing so much work, but they're
so low.
It's just too strong. One more auto attack would be enough. Doggo still surviving. Doggo not quite down. The more keeps him alive. Balulu has no mana, and because of that, he has to walk away. Kino's on the chase, and he might not be able to escape. Flash, ward, Winter's Bite, concussive blows with one more auto attack will be enough. Didn't want to take the kill, gives the killing spree over to Mauan, and what a fight from Beyond at the Dragon Pit.
How they navigated themselves with their summoner spells, not their summoner spells, just their overall control of their champions there to not get taken down by the wildcards or the Sonic Wave. Is this it? You're asking it. There's 15 seconds onto Alive. I don't think they can take it just yet, but they can get the inhibitor, and they can reset for the Baron. 17 seconds.
Crazy TPing in, Zerxing going forward, Solar Flare, bullet time available. The Solar time, Glacial Fissure coming out, there's the bullet time, really not going to do enough. Husha pops the Crescent Guard, Crazy on the chase as well, but Zerxing's already low. Husha, the first target counter TP going in, joins the top time, and look at the damage coming out from Crazy, but once again, the Realm Warp from Mauan is perfectly positioned. Stun card locked in, Kino will fall, Mojito onto the back line, Beyond have overextended for the Baron. The the kick comes out. Husha chased down, a triple through alive. He kills off Doggo, one more left for him to take down. Crazy takes it, and only Mawan survives. Galatasaray can counter push.
Over 30 seconds for all of them. They have a minion wave here. Mawan here has to clear this some way or somehow. But it's way too late. No, he doesn't have the TP. Realm is not there either. Galatasaray, they're going to try and close it now.
They have to save the wave. Only the cannon's still alive. If that cannon dies, this is done. 15 seconds on Kino. Everfrost onto Mawan. The cannon's still alive. They're taking up the tower. It's alive. He's going to be able to do it. The first Nexus Tower falls. Mawan pops the stopwatch. But perhaps this Nexus Tower's just going to go pop while that's happening. The Nexus Tower's taken down. And Galatasaray, with an incredible victory, go 2-0.
Who set this up? And that's an insta-lock on the Aurelia. Aurelia obviously having a good matchup into the Nab. But that also means that you're playing up towards that top side. And you should believe in Doggo, at least how much mana BlueLu needs to extend to try and just keep Mawan in lane. And teleports might come out early from both mid laners just to establish more control as Zergsting dashes in, now gets the ignite.
Did have the Guardian proc, so knew that he could, assuming he could dash out, he'd be fine. Meanwhile, Liang in the top lane trying to trade him crazy, who bounces on his head and jumps away. There's another bandage toss, lands onto Alive, he's down. Second on the menu is Zergsting, who tries to flash away, but a flash auto from Doggo would have been enough, decides to hold onto his summoner.
Yeah, the aggression that's coming through from Galatasaray is just a bit too much here, and with the summoner spell advantage that Doggo and Kino already had, just not the play you were looking for, but nice to see from beyond that they're able to find individual leads.
Oh, Zergsting underneath the towers down. Doggo actually flashed for that
priority. Mawan, get the priority in the mid lane, moves up towards the top side, forces Crazy to bag, so they don't get the dive, but Crazy's losing resources.
He's got flash. There is a blast cone there for him now, but Mojito's on his way. Liang flashes forward. Blade surges in. The counter flash won't be enough. 2 autos from the turret. Well, Mojito dives in and will smite.
Crazy should have been dead, and now the response down in bottom lane.
Heal used there by Doggo to try and get away with the room. Prison lands. There's the grand entrance. Zergsting taking the kill isn't the best, and the ignite will tick him down. So it's a 1-for-1 trade in the bottom lane with the support about earlier, because Amumu and MF, a single bandage toss can spell death, and there it is. Flash bandage, bullet time, jumped away from there. Zergsting will pay with his life.
Sending their own pressure up here.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be full 5 plates here in the top side. Liang with the Vanguard's edge. Actually, the plates don't quite form. Mojito tanking up the tower there. Riftheld still charging in. Liang going back in with the Defiant Dance, and will be able to survive. Riftheld goes down, and the tower also is alive there. Dragon taken down towards the bottom side of the map. So Beyond, what did they get out of this? Well, they got 3 plates in the bottom lane, they got the kill, and they lost 4 plates in the top lane. So overall, depends if you equate a Dragon's gold to a plate, which I do. I think Beyond got out on the good side of that once again. Zergsting, that ignite's gonna kill you, my man.
Oh, no.
He dies for BlueLu.
With Liang here, Mojito's on the tower.
Can defend for the moment. Round warp available. There's the TP down towards the mid lane. Mojito's going to try and clear the South Shadow Assault being used as well. Kino already used the Curse of the Sad Mummy, and he's still surviving. Will get shut down. Liang now the next target. BlueLu trying to do what he can. Zergsting on his way. Look at the flank. Here's the quickness, and get down with it. Husha with a great kick will knock them away. Liang though's going to get chased down. Crazy and BlueLu will secure it. And Galatasaray able to fight back in the top lane.
And these are the picks we're talking about. You're overextending here as Beyond Gaming. Kino, you had just been complimenting him, and then they go too far forward under the tower. Mojito still had his ultimate, and I mean, really nicely response from Zergsting. He's actually still up here. Mechanar is falling.
Crazy still has flash. Unleash power going out. Crazy, yeah, he's dead. Too much damage from the side of Beyond.
Get in them to go for a team fight. They're going to let that Drake go over to Beyond Gaming again.
Liang respecting the fact that he might meet a jungler off towards
Galatasaray. So not only are they getting a Rift Herald for themselves, not only do they have more pressure in the mid lane, they're also taking away jungle agency.
Bullet time coming in, but that's some quickness. Kino just dived way too greenly, way too deep. Bullet time will do a huge amount of damage, as was the Curse of the Sad Mummy. You can see Doggo is able to get 1 kill out of it. Mojito trying to do what he can with the Shadow Assault as well. Irelia TPing in. Husha diving onto the back. Will get 1, but he's taken out as well. Crazy now with BlueLu, but BlueLu flashes forward. Rune Prison Zergsting diving in. The dodge from Doggo, able to get the counter shut down. Crazy now trying to trade back onto Mawan, but he might need to get out of this one. Does still have the flash. The chase in from Liang, who has no flash of his own.
There was still gold that went over to Galatasaray there.
With Doggo dying off. does.
Like they don't care about that just yet, and they just want to accelerate the pressure with the Rift Tail. Nicely done here by Galatasaray, or Beyond Gaming rather, pushing in the mid lane, collapsing on the bottom side, and you should be able to get a second charge with Rift Tail after this one.
I feel like you didn't really need to lose Rift Tail's health on that first charge. Could have just chipped away at the tower a bit quicker and it would have gone down. They will still get a second charge in, as you say, towards the inhibitor tower. Only 19 minutes into the game, might be a bit early for an inhibitor, but Kino is looking for kills instead. Already they killed off Xerxing, Husha diving onto the backline as well as Mojito has to use the Shadow Assault, but he's already down. Gnar coming in, Crazy not TPing, instead recalling. Inhibitor will be taken in the bottom lane here. Now, the important thing with this for Beyond is they have to use this a couple of seconds before the Baron comes up. They've got a dragon to take as well, so if they can utilize the fact they have super minions.
This is going to be a free soul point going over to Beyond, setting them up nicely for an Infernal Drake in 5 minutes. Galatasaray there, because essentially there's nothing you can do right now. You're waiting for that one key moment where you catch Beyond slipping, where you catch someone off guard.
For Beyond on that top side jungle. And they will just continue to chip away at these towers. Slowly bleeding Galatasaray out. Exactly. Before he was a Chihuahua, now he's this massive Alsatian. Just too strong. You could say his bite is worse than his bark.
It surely is, yeah. And then looks like Baron won't be the deciding factor of this game. It looks like they just want to take it slow. It's harder to throw at a Drake. Oh, they actually get a good pick here.
Stunned and alive is not that anymore. Kino gets the kill. Quickness coming out as Mojito tries to escape.
Then they should be having Baron buff, and then they should be having the Infernal Drake. So what is going on?
Xerxing has no quickness. It's about 3, 4, 5 seconds away. Hand it down with me. Xerxing will be looking for that. Has the flash, has the quickness, has the fog of war. Dragon started, secured, and that's Infernal Soul going over to Beyond. Kino dives onto the backline. Xerxing trying to get away, but already the damage is good from Beyond. But Lulu caught out. He steps into the middle. Already he's burst down. And you have to feel this is it. You have to feel this is done. Beyond will strike back against Galatasaray.
Yeah, Beyond is finally making it happen. Crazy, he's doing his best. Going into the Mechanic here, actually.
Yeah, it's not going to be able to get away from this one. Doggo flashes just for good measure. But Beyond finally able to use the fact they had a huge early game lead to hopefully close this one out. Although Mojito's up in 12, Xerxing's up in 8. Against Baroned up minions, I don't know if they can defend.
I think they're going for the end here. This is finally what you get from having these priority lanes, punishing the blind pick Gnar, knowing that Balulu would go for the rise here to get the Syndrome with priority, and now on the brink of taking down the Nexus for the first time for Beyond in this best of 5 series.
Beyond will not go quietly into the night. Their World's Run is not done yet. They take down Galatasaray and they get their first win of this series.
And that's how it's supposed to be done. That's what we wanted to see. Gwen is Tracy's most played champion, Renekton also being one of them. So once again, a comfort champion for the likes of the Korean top laner here on Galatasaray.
But it's not a stacked wave or anything, it's just a cannon. Looks like Mojito's going to try and trade onto Liang. Balulu on his way up towards the top side as well, but yet to hit level 6. It doesn't have the realm warp. Turn it back around. Ignite ticking. Liang just trading onto Mojito. And I'm not sure what Galatasaray thought was going to happen there. Liang keeps the wave away from the tower. Balulu will come in. No flash available. Balulu flashes in, so it's a 1-for-1 in the end with a TP burn from Moan, but Mojito just back
in return now. Husha is looking down towards bottom lane, and that's a low HP Bond Xerxing.
Back from Xerxing, he just wasn't paying attention to the fact that Kino could just jump in there. Xerxing had flash, does still have it here, but it's going to be slow with the make you in. Then flashes away after the slow connects. Doggo could flash auto and does exactly that. Alive next on the menu, has to flash heal, and oh, Galatasaray, you've just been greedy all over the map.
Yeah, I think you just get out of this now with the resets coming through, supports out of the map.
Moan caught out, flashes away from the Rune Prism, but with the Zenith Blade, that's enough for Balulu. Good roam there from Xerxing to be able to pick up the kill. Now they're going to continue to push forward as Husha and Kino are waiting in the wings. Could just be a Grump taken away here. Mojito should be building up towards that level 6. Xerxing with a long flank into the Zenith Blade, but of course, Crazy and Mojito can just chase this one down. They didn't know Kino was waiting in the bush. Liang coming in as well. Great tactical sweep by Husha. So low already. That's the first one down. Liang's trying to trade it back across. Doggo coming in to join this party, and he is looking at his health bars hungrily. Crazy pushing forward, but he will fall as well. Doggo gets the kill.
Yeah, you can see Balulu was trying to...
For Galatasaray, Liang is here. And no one from the rest of his team is on this side of the map. Liang's going to be able to get away for the moment, but the Realm Warp will chase him down. Liang now Rune Prisoned, has already flashed. There's a great Hex Ultimatum to keep himself alive. The Ignite will tick. Liang forced away once again, but Now this means the Rift Herald can be used in the bottom side. Doggo wasn't taking up the tower. There's a Rift Herald coming down. Bullet time used as well. And Zergsting should be the first to fall here. Great Solar Flare will get the stun onto Husha, who has to flash away with the Crescent Guard. Rift Herald comes in, does not take down the tower, so Alive will survive. TP's coming in, but that's Balulu to the mid lane.
Yeah, so nothing is going to go on later in the exchange here for Galatasaray. They're leaving Alive alone, and he's fighting Doggo right now.
He should be able to walk away from this one. Actually burns the flash just to make sure that Kino couldn't go for the grand entrance. 5 plates once again in the bottom lane here for Doggo as he gets one more auto attack down to take down the turret. Mojito trying to catch out Kino. Kino does still have the flash grand entrance and can battle dance as well as the case may. Who's behind in this game is now going to be able to get at least a plate, although Balulu might have something to say about that.
Yeah, they make the adaptation once again of putting Crazy
this one in. He's got the Rune Prison, stunned back with the Scat of the Week, continues to chase as Mojito going in as well. Zergsting going down. There's the cleanse coming out with the Solar Flare. We'll get the stun still though. Alive, dead before that stun can land. Meanwhile in the top lane, TP's coming in as Beyond look to take another trade. Crazy getting forced away. Zergsting still chasing. Crazy flashes. We'll be able to escape underneath this tower mountain with a flash as well, but still Crazy able to survive.
I'm sorry, what? Crazy was the one going 1v2, he needed to teleport and then he started to back off.
Yep.
That is the exact top lane pressure you need because now you pushed in the mid lane and you've caught Beyond in a little bit of a chokehold here.
Balulu needs to be careful, just doesn't want to get caught out. He's the key damage source here. He flashes in, Wind becomes lightning coming out as well as Mojito tries to dive onto the backline. Mauan already down, exhausted, a little bit too late. Balulu has fallen. Mauan's going to try and trade in here, but that's another one as Mojito takes it. Liang getting forced away by Crazy. Ruthless Predator for the stun. Liang.
This Rift Herald around the mid lane for Doggo here.
That's going to crack that mid lane tower. Doggo gets a couple of auto attacks in. The tower goes down. Extra 200 gold.
What was quicker, the setup just isn't there. So yeah, there we go. Beyond able to pick up the first Drake for themselves here to keep a potential stacking going. It is going to be that Infernal once again, which is a really good Drake for just spice things up a bit once you reach that late game.
I mean, it's great for Syndra as well. The amount of burst, and Syndra and MF, I'd say.
For themselves, they have been able to take control of side lanes while they are losing out of the mid lane. This is still nice for them because with Galatasaray, thematically,
gold basically even between the two teams. Objectives even, towers even, Realm Warp coming in. Not taken. Unleash power available for Mauan if he wants it, but Mojito just stepping forward. Quickness coming out from Kino. There's the charm. Mojito though goes on a killing spree. Kino now underneath the tower. Zergsting's going to try and tank it up. Bullet time used. Mojito walks right into it, and there's 2 quick kills over to Doggo.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Continues just to gobble up gold here. 9,500 on him. Crazy going in. Hexagon Maiden being used. Double TPs popped here. Galulu's going to join this fight, but it's too little too late. Mauan trying to trade into this. Crazy decides to target the Syndra. Husha coming in from the back as well. Liang might be dead before he can even get there. Everfrost used. They jump back in. Crazy trying to heal up. Husha coming in for the fight as Kino joins it. Husha trades onto Crazy. Crescent Guard will knock him back, and Liang takes the kill. Balulu now needs to get out of this. Doesn't have flash. Kino flash exhaust. Into the follow-up. True shot barrage from the side. Stopwatch popped by Balulu. But immediately afterwards, he will go down. Liang takes the kill. Here's how strong Doggo is. Mojito coming in. Here's Zergsting. Flash, Zenith Blade, lands the stun. There's the Solar Flare chase. Shadow Assault, and that is a very dead Syndra. Great stuff. Beyond now stepping forward. Kino with a good flank position. Has the quickness, doesn't have a flash. Dragon down to 3,000. Both teams eyeing each other up. Wary. Aware that a single misstep could start the end of your series as they go in. Zergsting so low already, and there's the bullet time. He's gone through 2 quick kills over to Beyond. Balulu caught out as well, pops the stopwatch, but Mojito was nowhere near this. That's 3, make it 4. Crazy's not going to be able to escape from 3 members of Beyond, and it's a clean fight for Beyond. Mojito also on the backline trying to do something here. Dives into Fog of War, trades back onto Doggo, gets 1, looking for 2. Doggo still has a stopwatch. 5 for 1.
The other people waiting around for you, and it's just so difficult to team fight.
Oh, what are you doing there, Liang? Hexagon Maiden comes out. That's a shutdown. That's huge for Balulu. 600 gold in his back pocket. I guess he just didn't expect Galatasaray to be in the area because Beyond were looking to see perhaps if Doggo overextends. Mauan now down towards the bottom side. There's the Dominus. Ruthless Predator stun. Mauan pops a stopwatch. We'll have Scat of the Week. Can Crazy dodge it? Flash away. Scat of the Week still used. Crazy should be able just to slice and dice, but Doggo's on the way. TP coming in, and immediately Galatasaray like, okay, you want to invest everything in the bottom side? We're just going to go for the Baron. Crazy will sacrifice himself for the good of the team. Baron will be taken for Galatasaray, and that gives them a very big window to get back in this game. TP is expended, but that's way too late.
Great.
Right, 3 items on the Ezreal before you lose too much more. You can see that Red Bull Baron power play, it's not Soul. It is only Soul point for the side of Beyond, assuming you can apply pressure in a couple of different lanes. This can work out. Balulu is shadowing there, but Khan still in the mid lane alongside Doggo. Kino there to defend. Liang going in as we look towards the mid lane. The Dragon about to go down, but Liang is already dead. Baron buff remains. Dragon secured, alive, diving in. They're looking for Husha, who has to flash. This is an inhibitor tower for Galatasaray. Maybe even an inhibitor if they can continue to push in here, but Kino is on his way. Mojito and Balulu will have Realm Warp to get out if they so desire. Quickness popping. There's the Shurelias as well. Mojito still on the chase. Kino going in. Rune Prism would have been enough, but the bullet time comes out. Balulu pops a stopwatch. Can you turn this around? Balulu, you need to do so much. Can't do it. Doggo chased out. Alive now in a bad position. Zenith Blade goes wide. Alive is down. TP coming in. There's the solar flare as Crazy goes in with the Dominus. Husha underneath the tower. Zergsting there tanking it up as well. Good scatter of the week. Zergsting flashes, but he will fall as well, and it's all over the place for Galatasaray. Looks like they tried to bite off more than they could chew. Crazy's going to try and run away, but Husha will just be able to sustain up through this. The exhaust comes down as well. Crazy. Well, that sequence of plays it's an ace for Beyond over priority, but remember that with Liang pushing in, Beyond can just rotate up towards the top lane. They can move up there as 5. Zergsting continue to open up this inhibitor.
Of course, and that's one of the disadvantages when you're only playing one lane, but as Galatasaray, you try and you kind of have to. Yeah. Now it becomes a 5v5 though.
Hexagon men coming out, there's a bullet time as well, and the quickness! Oh my god, that bullet time was absolutely disgusting. Doggo kills Mojito, he will fall to the tick, doesn't even do that, he survives in the end. Balulu was nowhere to be found as he was clearing the mid lane, but Beyond Gaming, unwilling to give up, are taking us all the way to 5.
It was a tough game this time around for Beyond, but they actually kept their pace, they kept their mentality going, and they had good setups towards this end here. Amazing done with Beyond, adapting and fixing some of their issues throughout the series to try and haven't locked into Twisted Fate. The counter pick for Mayan instead is going to be this Rise to match the proactivity on the map, to match the side lane potential.
Once again, Galatasaray bringing out something they haven't played for the entirety of summer.
Just a moment ago, looking for that Zenith Blade as well. Now with Husha coming in from the jungle.
Mojito is 2 camps ahead. They're going in the bot lane as Kino dives onto Zergsting. Ignite is ticking. They're trying to turn it back onto Kino, and Burst Blood goes over to Galatasaray. And now here comes Mojito. Double TP's expended. Once again, it's a brawl in the bottom lane. Everyone wants to come to the party. Balulu flashes away immediately. And the root goes down. Mojito falls. Doggo with the kill. It's a double. Mawan takes the second. Crazy overextends a tad, but the big thing for that is,
he's spotted.
Once again, it's Doggo who gets out ahead. As you say, Kino was spotted just a little bit on the wall. Crazy snip, Zenith Blade stun. Liang going in. There's the wallop, and down goes Crazy. And it doesn't matter if you spot Kino, he is later portions of a match.
Find out in the next episode. With the way you set that one up, but no, we will find out in this game. But right now, it's not going to be about the bot lane. It's going to be about the top lane with Crazy, the recipient of jungle attention.
Yeah, Husha backing away from this. Lots of minions there. Didn't really want to try and trade in. Crazy gets the needlework at the 6, so it's just able to back away because Husha's on the top side of the map. This is an easy enough dragon take for Galatasaray. Don't have to be too worried about being shoved underneath his tower, though. Makes it a little bit difficult for him to get out and about on the map. There's the pillar going out. Doggo down to half HP, alive, dashing forward. Zenith Blade coming out as well. Flash away with the cleanse. Doggo has to flash from Zergsting. Husha on his way. Flash forward by Kino. Shield of Daybreak gets the stun onto the Trundle. Zergsting now on the wrong side, a dodge. Doggo just wants the auto in here to get the kill. And Doggo, I think this is a really greedy contest from Galatasaray if they decide to go for this. TP's coming in below them right now. Liang actually about to time out for Meganar, so this could be dangerous. Will he still have the Nard bar when he goes in? Bullet time on the backline, Crazy diving in. Maoan's already killed off Zergsting. Importantly as well, Doggo still alive. Crazy turning it back in though, and Kino's down, it's a double. And I thought it was greedy, but Galatasaray had other ideas. A double kill going over to Alive alongside the Drake.
Super crucial. No flash in Balulu, so no way to extend the gap there. And because Mayan is able to push in the mid, move down towards the bottom, Alive is always going to be pushed in by Doggo, and because of that, you won't have the agency to actually drop down the Rift Hell and then just make it work. Well, a little exchange here.
Yeah, with the exhaust, Liang should be able to dodge away from this one. Does still have the flash, continues to try and trade in. Flashes away, bullet time used in the mid lane, and Zergsting is back.
That they're able to excel so much pressure every time Doggo is around is absolutely insane for Beyond. This guy, well, and they're not going to threaten it with the steal either from the side of Husha, so they push in the mid lane. Obviously, tower has already been taken, and it's just going to be pushed in. Now, catch rather by Crazy. And waiting before they really get pressure on the map here. Moan stepping up, will be forced to burn flash, I think.
As well. TP coming in. Not forced to burn the flash because of the TP. Good dodge on the Undertow. Some fancy feet there from Maoan. Liang's TP'd up here. The rest of Beyond are actually on their way. Remember, Maoan has the TP to rejoin if he needs. Kino behind. Alive is not here. Bullet time could be sick here. Could just be not used. Solar Flare misses. Turning it back around. Maoan there, Doggo standing, just waiting in the wings, waiting in the darkness. Now he steps back forward when there's vision. Undertow coming out. Ragnarok available for Mojito. Does have the ghost. There's the bullet time. Xerxes stops it with a great pillar though. Almost goes down.
No flash
taking
on Doggo.
Away. No flash on Doggo. Balulu dived in, but Balulu died because of it. Alive going with the culling. Kino will tank that up. It's exchanged to Husha. And Beyond will be able to walk away from this one. Get one kill, get out.
Oh, I can't believe he lived there.
Tying something up. They were like looking across the room at each other like, we're gonna fight, we're gonna fight, we're gonna fight. And then the bullet time comes in. Xerxes with it still for Galatasaray. Do you go back to mid or do you take it? You're looking for the fight. Mojito stepping in. Mojito's just dead. And once again, it's Doggo. What can this man not do? He dives in, he gets the Gale Force, he gets the kill. So difficult for him to find a fight as well just because of how much CC there is locked in. Destiny, gold card hits, and there's the stun on the realm. One connect, crazy. With great positioning, Liang now TP's in.
Flash.
There's the exhaust, no flash on Liang. The Nard's going to only get one back. Liang can't try and jump across this wall. He's gone into the minion. Let's fight down towards the bottom side as well as Kino's forced away.
Believe it.
Crazy gets another. And Goldball can't believe it, but Galatasaray are cheering for this. Doggo able to survive. Does still have the flash, but Kino will die. 3 for 1.
Is crazy. Oh no, they can still look for more.
Pillar was a little bit early there. Gold card's going to come out. Husha will be able to flash away from it. Tower falls in the call an ambulance. Gold lead now shrunk. The second round of knockouts for the second year in a row. Ocean Drake there. Husha stunned up. There's the culling going out. Husha will secure it, but Crazy's going in. Needle work onto the back line. Doggo getting away. There's the bullet time of the elbow. We'll get them all out. Crazy pops the stopwatch for Lulu with a flank with the gold card. Doggo dies for the first time in what feels like in a millennia. And Galatasaray able to win the fight, but Maoan now pushing forward. Liang on the advance as well. Husha forced away. The Undertow will slow them all. Galatasaray win the team fight.
I can't believe they find
Basically, even on CS, you know, 10 CS at this point really doesn't matter too much. Kino going in. Xerxes caught with the Zenith Blade. There's the bullet time going in as well. And Xerxes is down. Collateral damage into the Ignite, into the position. A couple of recalls have been started. Crazy. Do you want to take the blast? Liang goes in. Oh, Amnesia Ragnarok there from Mojito, able to keep himself alive for the moment. Crazy now stepping forward. Alive is pushing in the mid lane. Realm Warp away. You start the Baron right now, Galatasaray, if you want to go for this. They've already tried to get away. TP is going to happen for Maoan and for Liang if they want to get back. The TP from Maoan has to be perfect here. Galatasaray looking for the Baron. Mojito is low. Doggo forced up towards the top side. His lonesome is almost down. 400 HP now on the AD carry. TP behind them. Galatasaray looking for the Baron, looking for the soap, looking for the chance to fight on what life tomorrow. Husha goes in. Husha steals the Baron. And one test, they're going to push forward, but that dragon is gone before they can get there. Galatasaray, too little, too late. Crazy jumps in. Skip and slash Balulu with the flank. Mojito and Xerxes going forward as well. Alive pushing in. Husha stunned up with the gold card. Realm Walk's going to get him out. Gets Kino out as well. Pops the stopwatch, but the time turns back around on them. Alive solo. Doggo going in. Ragnarok just able to keep him alive. Xerxes will be isolated off towards the top side, but Alive dies. Xerxes dies. And perhaps with it, any hope for Galatasaray to make it through to tomorrow dies as well.
These defensive Realm Warps has been so good. The fact that Moan isn't even near him, he's just creating the portal for his team to go into, and now Crazy maybe caught off guard as well.
Kino just looking for the stun. Flash, stun. Liang on there. The chase as well. Hallowed Path will get Crazy out for the moment, but that's the slow. There's the Zenith Blade. There's the shutdown. And meanwhile, both Husha and Doggo are pushing in this mid-wave, and they're just going to keep pushing in. Alive, 19 seconds away. Xerxes 6. Galatasaray had a hope. They had the Baron in their hands. Doggo stunned up. Wildcard's going to eat through him as well, but that first Nexus Tower is low. Beyond. One Nexus Tower away from glory. One Nexus Tower away from the reverse sweep here against the TCL #1 seed. Beyond. From the PCS, the #2 seed will take the win. They'll take the Nexus and they will make a matchup with Hanwha.